We identified our area of interest. We stuck with our plan. We allowed. So we got our highest point right here, which is coming from Wednesday since today's Thursday. And we have our lowest point. Our previous high and low days coming from Tuesday, guys. Previous low. Now I'm going up to my weekly reset in my chart. And let's see what the market is showing us. Weekly time frame, guys. Weekly time frame. I see I'm coming off of a 1 hour. I also have a weekly supply sitting above price, and I see I see very nice, volume to the upside. Just looking at this weekly candle that's closing Friday evening. Now, what else, guys? Ultimately, we're looking to target this extreme weekly supply sitting above price. And then on the downside, we're looking to target this weekly demand that gave us this clean push to the upside. On the daily time frame, we're currently coming off of a daily demand. We do have liquidity sitting below price. And then we have this daily sitting just above price, sitting just above this liquidity. And we have this daily that's coming off of that weekly sitting below us, which is a very clean area of interest. 4 hour time frame, guys. So right off the bat, I see this liquidity right here. Notice these lows right here, just waiting to be slaughtered. I have this extreme 4 hour right here, but we have liquidity below it, and we have other extreme areas, sitting below price action, right? And then this extreme 4 hour right here that gave us this clean push to the upside. Now in more current structure, we're simply just working with this area that we just spoke about. Supply wise, we are currently coming off of this 4 hour supply, also coming off of that high of day. Notice how this pullback is coming from this 4 hour, 1 hour, right? All right, so H4 high of day, we're getting a little reaction to the downside. What else do I see? I see more liquidity right here. Right, however you want to draw it, right? Sometimes they'll come out beautifully like this, but it doesn't need to be so perfect because on other time frames you'll see the clear liquidity. So manipulated the high day into this 4 hour, 1 hour supply. We do have a lot of liquidity at targets to the downside. This liquidity being our first target, followed by this extreme 4 hour that gave us this clean push to the upside. So let's see if we have any kind of order flow coming off of this area. Notice how we have this beautiful 1 hour that was created during the major session that we're currently respecting. And as I said, we have this liquidity sitting below price. Now, yes, we are inside of a low probability daily demand, which is exactly why I'm going to stay extremely patient for GU today, because we do have room to the upside and we do have room to the downside. Although we have, recent price action showing us, hey, we could have a movement to the downside, we need to, create that probabilistic mindset and, read all of our clues. So right now I'm seeing, okay, we're respecting 4 hour, 1 hour high a day, but we're also respecting daily previous high a day. So that kind of balances itself out. There's nothing clear that's showing me like, hey, this is higher, right? There's no rush when it comes to trading, guys. Trading is very, very, honestly, if you ask me, trading is extremely simple. We just make it more difficult than it has to be. The reason you're unprofitable is because you're doing it to yourself. You're unprofitable because you're chasing your losses. You're unprofitable because you're upping your risk. You're unprofitable because you worry too much about the outcome of a trade. You're unprofitable because you're comparing yourself to others, right? So all of this stuff, you're doing it to yourself. It's that easy. Literally, it's that simple. Stop doing it to yourself. If you know your high probability setup, wait. It doesn't matter if you need to wait 7 days. And I'm not even kidding. You're going to be standing here for 7 trading days. You're going to put in 2.5 hours each day. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. 14 times 3.5, plus 3.5, 17. So you're telling me you're putting 17.5 hours on 7 trading days. 17.5 hours without making one decision. That is trading. And it's not that you're not making one decision, because even not taking a trade is a trade in itself. It is a very, very, calculated decision that takes discipline to follow, as much as, taking a setup. 1 hour time frame, I see candle bodies right here. Notice these candle bodies are equal lowish. So for today, my friends, let's do something. There's no area where I'm willing to buy off of, just because the structure beneath us is very ugly, a lot of liquidity, nothing clean whatsoever. Every demand has been tapped and used. Now, what I'm interested in is in possible sells for GU. Now the issue I'm having is, let's finish breaking this down. How about that? Because I could be having an issue for no reason. We don't have to be here talking about what we're thinking about doing. How about we just look at what the market is showing us? We took out these highs right here. Now, I'm not trying to chase a trade or chase a setup or try to convince myself that, something is happening. Um, if I start chasing setups and doing stuff outside of my trading plan, you will always have emotions rolling. So my trick for me is have a set of rules for your trading plan. If you have any kind of trait that is bringing you down, whether that is, over trading, whether that is over leveraging, simply create a rule around it. Max one trade per day, max 1% a day. Now it's your job to simply follow those rules, and those emotional tilts are out of the picture. Let's stay patient with GU, guys. This is what I'm seeing right now. Honestly, we might continue the movement to the upside, but as I mentioned, I'm not looking to buy. What I want to see is I want to see how price reacts off of this 15-minute. So yeah, I'm going to set my alarm at the 15-minute. The market can come up here to this extreme 15-minute that was created between sessions, pull into it, give us a confirmation in our major session to continue the movement to the downside with these equal lows, liquidity as our first target, followed by this 15-minute as our second target. So very simple, very simple. All this is just noise, man. I know there's traders that took this trade right here, but I simply just stuck with my plan, which is exactly what I broke down this morning. And I let the community know that I was simply waiting for price to tap into this 10-minute and 15-minute supply created between sessions. Simply wait. It's taken us 38 minutes to get to that area, but this is trading. We simply have to do nothing more but just wait for price to hit our area of interest. Just giving you guys the whole thought process and approach. Literally, this is live markets right now. 9:42 New York session. So yeah, I just want to see these highs get taken out into our 15. So you can see right now, we're finally almost tapping into our 15. So notice how price action is slowing down and we're leaving behind very nice liquidity to target to the downside. So I just want to see us. We're inside of the zone already, guys. So don't forget that we're already inside of 10 minutes, so we could get another confirmation right here without even tapping that 15-minute because we just took out, this liquidity sitting right here, right? So we could have that confirmation right now to continue that move to the downside. We're gonna stay extra patient. Let's see what we see on the 1 minute. Yeah. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So just tapped our 15-minute. Literally just sandwich, guys. Just look at it for yourself. Sandwich between supplies and demand. The price is kind of like coming in and slowing down, and then eventually we're gonna have like a big push up or that big, meltdown to the downside. 5 minute looks way cleaner. 5 minute, 3 minute. Right here, guys. 15 still has 10 to close. Notice how price is literally just leaving us. Leaving us. Whew, this is high probability, guys. Very, very clean. Price comes back up to here. But price left us, But this is our confirmation right here, man. 3 minute to 5 minute. Let's remove all this nonsense. All this. Remember low probabilities. That's exactly why we broke it. And then this would have been my confirmation right here. This is so nice. 1021, guys. We could pull back to it, so I'll put the order in. Let's just remove this. Just to show you guys that these areas were simply created to get us to that area of interest, which is literally the plan for this morning, right? We identified our area of interest. We stuck with our plan. We allowed price action to, figure itself out when it comes to all this liquidity. We stayed extra patient, allowing price to manipulate all of these highs right here, come deeper into this refined 15-minute supply. And then just notice that those clean movements to the downside. As I mentioned, we did have that accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's a repeatable process. That's all I have to say. This morning GU was a no trade day for me, but doesn't mean that the market can't set me up for something nicely, right? I fall back on my experience and literally what I've seen play out many times, and we can handle this, right? This all this is simply high impact data causing this. That's all. There's going to be times where we're in this setup and we get this massive distribution to the downside, and we take advantage of this movement. But like I said, guys, it's okay with the trade leaving you. It's all good. For this morning, guys, highest probability confirmation was this 5-minute, 3-minute, but price is so far from it. It's 10.24. We're obviously still melting to the downside. But yeah, this is trading.